Hey, we're taking the 2025 MK Ultra Challenge. It's Septisync or something. It's like binaural audio that's supposed to astral project you or something.
Yeah, so it's this guy, Ethan Price. He is 24 years old. He dreamed this. So the gateway.
While he was asleep or awake?
The claim is that he was given these particular. So binaural beats are just hertz, right? So in one ear you hear a certain one, and then on this ear it's like 5 different. So it creates like a wave. So yeah, exactly. So he's created somehow to have 7 sets of them. So Septisync. Gateway files were only 1, so it was weird. I don't want to give you too much. I did.
Gateway files, like everybody knows the gateway files. Did you know them?
I didn't know them by name, but it's the MK Ultra tapes.
Oh, that is it.
Yeah,
Yes.
it was like what were they trying to do? Give them memories?
Astral project, so they can implant false memories, astral project. People believe that you had different ESP, like precognition.
Shit. Yeah. They the FBI actually used it. Now, some of those documents came out recently. That's where you see all those headlines that people are like raving about, where they were talking about how giants built the pyramids and there's life on Mars and some
so
dude.
we can make ourselves think giants built the pyramids.
Audio has it's very, very powerful. I don't think people realize like how you can use it. Again, this is woo-woo shit, but like there's some things like during the Korean War or something, where they implanted false memories on people where they thought they committed these heinous war crimes. So that's kind of what got MK Ultra started.
Counterpoint though.
Yeah.
I think it's just people susceptible to it because you can implant false memories through like Twitter now.
Yeah.
People literally live entire fucking fantasies.
That's a good point. Also, all the reviews on the site were 5 stars.
Yeah.
24 5-star reviews. Almost every single one mentions listening to Gateway for years with no success. I don't know why they kept doing it for years. And then the first time they used Septisync, it worked. There were like 7 of those.
What did they accomplish? Were they
didn't
like
say that,
levitating?
It just worked. It just said it worked. Somewhere they're superhumans.
So I think they're trying to astral project with it.
Well, I guess we'll see.
I'm trying to get you guys to remote view in Antarctica, though. I want to know what the fuck's down there, y'all.
Well, I'm gonna time travel.
Yeah. Well, you time travel.
Do you guys?
I'll go where.
Do you guys want to go in with a plan so when you start dreaming, you like kind of?
Question. Just like I can't say that. That's a spoiler for New Avengers. Would you like me to meet you in your dream, or should we go on 2 separate missions?
We can go on separate missions, but let's meet at the JFK assassination and see if we can find the grassy knoll shooter.
Okay, so we'll start JFK assassination and split off from there.
I was saying we could like converge there.
Okay, so we'll go in our own directions.
Yeah.
End at JFK assassination.
This is actually really good because you definitely want to plan when going in.
All right, and look, I know nothing about this. We may look different. We might sound different. We need a sign.
You need a keyword. You need like a safe word.
Yeah. The
To
word.
break the spell.
What's our word when we see each other?
Honestly, I like Sentry.
Sentry.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
All right, you guys want to hop in?
Yeah, let's hop in.
Hey, Bo,
See you on
thanks
the
for
other side.
sponsoring this video.
Wow, these are like really noise canceling.
Yeah, they're cool.
They make me nauseous sometimes because I feel like the world's gone.
This might be the last time, this Charlie we've ever seen.
It's completely
He's gonna have an ego death.
Imagine I start levitating off the couch.
All right, I'm blasting that shit.
Yeah, I'll give you a countdown.
What?
3, 2, 1, go in. Feel like 11 when she goes to the upside down.
How are you feeling?
I feel the same. I dozed off for a minute.
Did you go on a journey, or did you dream or anything?
It was dreamless.
You didn't see anything?
No.
Do you think Matt went somewhere?
I feel like, so he should be pretty much done. I think he's just asleep. I feel like that's probably really good for.
I like the sound.
Yeah, I feel like that's really good for you because you sleep with a white noise machine.
Yeah.
So, people always call me insane for this, but I love being in an MRI machine. I don't know. Yeah, because that sound where it fuses in the middle of your head. It starts and he's like, this is, or she is like, this is the world first 7 sounds. MRI machines did it years ago. But it's just like.
What it sounded like in the beginning, like when it has like a big intro, it sounded like the THX logo back when it used to like blast onto the screen. It literally sounds like what I imagine it would sound like if you got abducted by aliens with the tractor beam. Yeah.
Yeah, so. Like it is cool, not this one, the sound in general where I'll play it in a sec, but when it does the left ear and the right ear and then you feel it in the middle of your brain, it's cool. But let me see if this will. So it's loud in headphones. I can't get it any louder than this.
Everyone listening that's susceptible.
So I have a question.
We just created millions of zombies.
I definitely towards the end. I think it's always hard in these situations. It's never going to work. We're never going to fucking super soldier daydream. It's harder when cameras are on and you know you're doing it for a purpose.
Did you fall asleep?
I never fell asleep.
So I dozed off for a minute. Nothing. Just asleep.
Did you reach like the middle point where like you realize after a couple minutes you're like, oh wait, I was kind of out of it?
There's parts where I could feel I kind of drifted a little bit.
Yeah.
I started forcing myself to the grassy knoll to see if I could.
I tried so hard to put myself there.
You're
Yeah.
supposed to. Like,
You are supposed to.
imagine yourself
Okay,
in
so
place,
I kept
yeah.
doing it, and I very much could. In the beginning, there's actually a point you'll see it on camera. You didn't see me. I looked up. Danny was gone. You were still down, and I was like, just looking around. I was like, all right, I'm going back in. And I dropped down, and I feel like I gave myself to it a little more. And it's not like I had these crazy daydreams, but the dreams were like moving faster. It almost was like I was watching a movie where it's like flashing a ton of pictures. It was
That's also just called thinking.
I was gonna say, I also think that might be one of the only quiet moments you've had. Like,
in a while.
like you don't normally sit and have quiet moments in your day.
It's,
like
just,
that.
it's very much when we did the David Goggins morning routine. It is literally the bowls.
I literally
It's
was
just
sitting
the
there
voice.
thinking, it's just
It's just
sound.
meditation.
And
Yeah, it's-
we were meditating.
It's 100% just meditating.
One of the claims too is it helps people with aphantasia, so people who can't imagine things in their brain. If you listen to these, apparently there's a couple people who say that they have been able to actually visualize something for the first time. So there could be something to that too, but
something people could have.
I know, it's crazy.
yeah. So like if I say
Horrible.
imagine an apple, you in your mind's eye can probably see an apple. There's some people.
There are
that
people who
just-
can't.
That's
Yeah.
nuts.
Yeah.
I've never even heard of that.
I think it's the same thing, the whole conversation of like whether you have an internal monologue or not.
Oh yeah, which I can't even imagine not having.
Yeah,
one.
Right.
same. Like my brain never shuts the fuck up. It's having like 4 conversations back here. You never made it to the grassy knoll?
No, I mean like I could picture myself there the same way I
But
would
did-
like if I was just imagining
But
it.
while you were there, nothing happened.
No
I didn't
one,
get
you didn't.
anything
No
in
one
your
said
brain.
century to you or anything.
No, I didn't get any.
Oh,
you didn't
God.
transmit anything.
Because I got deep in there, and this is like you were saying, I forced it, and all of a sudden a bunch was happening where it was almost picture like in a movie where it's like our Inception, where it's like this word is what will wake you up and you start hearing it all over the place. I was fucking drawing century in the clouds, and then my brain was like, all right, we're gonna give them a symbol. And it was the front tire of JFK's car popping. And it happened over and over and over.
That's interesting. Did you? This is something.
You just scattered there for a minute.
I mean, that's just so confusing to me.
Well, imagine if you popped up and I said that and you were like, yeah, the front tire of the car popped. We would know it worked.
That would be cool. Like, so I was just trying to picture myself there, so I was just like picturing Zapruder footage in front of me, but it's literally like nothing happened. It's just I'm thinking about it the same way you picture an apple when you think of an apple. That's all I was doing.
Yeah.
Right. I was trying to force it.
Oh, so you were
because-
just picturing that, but like drawing stuff.
right. Like I was
okay.
literally like in the grassy knoll
Yeah.
trying to make things happen, so
Okay.
maybe you could pop up
That
and be
was-
like, bro, the front tire.
Did you
popped."
try to imagine him being there with you?
Yeah, we gave each other a high five.
Oh, that's nice. You are also just someone that doesn't usually get into an imaginative state. Like you
Yeah.
are very different from me in that regard. Where I can right now picture myself on the grassy knoll. You probably
Oh no, I can. I've got my
No, I
mind
just
is
don't think he doesn't
overactive.
slow down in his day enough to like.
okay.
Yeah, no,
basically
I'm
meditate.
imaginative.
Like it's not like I disliked it, but that's not something that typically helps me. Like when I try and do those kind of things, like those guided meditations, the white noises, all that, it just keeps me awake because then I get too imaginative. The only reason I think I dozed off is because I actually just didn't sleep last night, and this was just helpful to lay down.
That is the really hard part I've always found with guided meditation and all of that, is there's a level, you have to stop thinking about the fact that it's a guided meditation for it to actually work, which I'm really bad at doing.
Did you guys do the voiceover louder or just the normal tape? Because he has two.
Just-
the first one.
Yeah,
tape?
the
Okay.
first one,
I
which
did
I think was.
normal.
That's the lower.
There was one point when she tells you to repeat after her.
I couldn't decide if I should do it or
I
not.
legitimately, I was sitting there, I was like, is he gonna do it? And I didn't hear you, but we may have been at different parts, and I was like, I'm gonna just internally repeat
That's
it.
what I was doing. I was just repeating it in my
And
head.
it was like, I am not connected to my physical body. And it's like, if I started doing this, I'd be scared the shit out of Chelsea.
And it was also like hum along with it, so it was like.
Oh, it did say a hum along. That's the part you'll see. I smile.
That- I
Because-
smiled at
Yeah,
that.
it's like hum along, and then it was instantly Mongolian throat singing. It cracked me up.
Yeah.
Good
So-
sound.
Now that we've done it, can you pull up the videos where you say that where he talks about what it claims to do?
Invented technology that makes you dream while you're awake. In trying to recreate the gateway tapes, I accidentally discovered new technology. I don't know if accident is the right word. I had a dream where I did it. I followed what I did in my dream, and for the most part, it worked. And I have 10 beta test reviews back, and they're all really good. I explained fully how the technology works.
What?
I
Just
invented-
pause real quick.
Figure this out because it's
What the
incredible.
fuck is the point in NDA for that?
I was
Because he
Because
wants to
he's-
sell. Because he
he's
wants to
trying
sell
to-
the
yeah.
tapes. So he doesn't want other people to like
Yeah,
make
So
the
this is
same
like
sound.
patent pending and everything right now. So there's just.
It makes it seem more official than it is.
That is 100% all it is.
What makes it different is that it's these particular hertz.
Right.
If you go on Reddit, you can look up this guy. There's people out there that are like, why are you charging this? You can make your own beats this way. Like what he's doing isn't necessarily like crazy or new, but he's the only one that has it with the 7 particular beats. Again, people are kooky out there. So
I
they're
have an
gonna claim
idea.
a lot of stuff, but
Let's go to 8.
Yeah, I was gonna say, there's nothing that stops you from just doing that.
Doing more.
Yeah.
that's what I don't know.
You said
like
it started
the
in February?
Yeah. So there, and he said that he found somebody on Reddit who had gotten up to 5, and that he was really smart, and if he kept going, could have gotten to the point he did.
Oh.
So I wonder, maybe we can do 8 if we want to try it out.
What's the limiting factor there?
I have no idea because I'm not smart.
There isn't one.
Like, what, is there like the Men in Black barge in and stop you when you get
We
to
get
5?
to 8 or 9 and
Yeah,
just
the
the
ABC
fucking
organization
ethereal
knows.
realm
They're
starts
numbers.
crumbling
Yeah, like
around
the
us.
actual Oblivion portal starts opening.
This guy's sharing his groundbreaking genius technology on TikTok. I like to compare it to people like Einstein, who invented a ton of shit. The formalities of how it was
Notably, didn't have TikTok though.
exactly.
That's true.
He might
Do
have.
we think Einstein would have shared his findings on TikTok? Would Einstein be called a lunatic today? Is I guess my question.
I think he was called a lunatic
back
then.
He was a lunatic. He was a very smart lunatic.
I was just looking up like, why no one goes to 7.
Yeah.
They do.
Interesting. Okay.
They do.
We're debunking in real time.
All right,
At least
perfect.
according to the first couple of searches here. To me, it just sounds like you can. It just doesn't change much. Like, based on very little research there.
Yeah.
Again, it's a cool sound.
I
It's
like
relaxing.
the sound. I don't think it's anything.
I think it'll help me sleep at night.
Yeah,
I
I feel
can-
like
I can
for
see it
some
helping
people it'd be
people
really
sleep.
helpful. Like,
Yeah.
it's a nice white noise.
Why don't we do this? We've done ours. We're known to be industry skeptics. Across
Yeah, do like
the
a
board.
self, like record your
Record?
process
Okay.
of you doing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Going to
Okay.
all of them, and if anything groundbreaking or shattering happens, we'll do a follow up with a real subject.
Also, see.
The internet never
see
believes
if you
me,
can.
though.
See if you can send messages to them while there's, even though they're not doing it. See if you can
I
send
can
them
visit them in
messages.
their
We've
Yeah.
already implemented ourselves at the Grassy Knoll. That
Yeah.
is our,
Okay.
that is our
Yeah.
meetup
Okay.
spot before
It's your
the
domain
shot.
expansion,
Yes.
Grassy Knoll.
Domain expansion, Grassy Knoll. You are JFK. Good luck.
Oh wait, that's kind of hard. The bullet will always hit the magic bullet.
And we'll let you know if we meet up at the Grassy Knoll tonight in our sleep. Man, we just fucking start playing VR chat in our dreams.
Go crazy.
It's the only
Let's
picture
go,
of
bro.
the video games.
It's just fucking faker in our dreams.
How much was it? You paid for that, didn't
Yeah, so it's 8 tapes and it's $45.
you? That seems steep.
But
That does. For 8, does he add more?
Knowing very little about him, it seems like he's a guy who made this sound that people are responding to in odd ways.
And here's the other thing I'll say. Like in the case you mentioned about the aphantasia, if it truly is fixing somebody's
All
aphantasia,
power to it.
awesome.
Yeah.
Like I just don't like the astral projecting claims.
Because that's
he's
not
definitely,
happening.
if you go to his page, you'll just see he talks about all kinds of conspiracy theories. Like, what's that new, the Tortaria or something?
Oh my god,
Like-
he's a Tartaria guy.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
so
crazy
he's
shit.
he's crackpot.
Crazy shit.
I had a whole war with the Tartaria clan once. That was not the angle I thought this was going. Fucking woke libs destroyed Tartaria's U.S. Constitution.
What makes it special?
What is it?
In a nutshell, it's the belief that our society is built upon the collapse of an ancient society
There was like
that
way more advanced.
like
than
super actual anime level shit.
that. Pyramids were made.
Yep.
through that.
It's like the what do they call in Halo? The Forerunners.
Actually, just like the Forerunners.
Yeah.
You're pretty close.
All right.
And some of the evidence they use is like, you know how Seattle's like built on top of like old Seattle?
Yep.
Well, they're like Tartaria. Oh my god, yeah, wait, it's even more popular now than when I dove into it like a year ago.
It's gotten like, for whatever reason, the last couple of months, there's been a lot of like
Well,
shit that's blown up.
for
on
whatever
TikTok.
reason, it's
Yeah.
literally every conspiracy ever is so
Yeah.
fucking accepted and believed now because everything is believed.
Nothing's real anymore.
Oh my god.
What if right now I clapped my hands and you woke up and none of this was actually happening? You were still in the beats.
that
Do it.
See, that's the thing is